Oh, and we got another video, and this time it's the Diddy twins. What are they up to? Apparently they got a new fashion line. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? The Diddy twins launching a fashion line. It's like, what happened to Sean John, man? They could have been Sean John models. What happened to that fashion line? They could have had their own version of it, you know. But I guess they're doing their own thing, separate from Diddy. It might be wise to do everything separate from Diddy. So let's see. New York, showing Diddy Combs' 18-year-old twins daughters. I know I messed it up. Had a very big and exciting announcement for their social media followers this week. Delilah and Jesse, who call themselves the Combs twins, took to Instagram and on Tuesday to reveal they are following in their famous father's footsteps by launching their very own clothing line, the Combs twins. Boy, after everything that Diddy's done, you think you'd be embarrassed to be associated with him, but they're sticking by him. They're good, man. That's what we call family. When someone's accused of beating women, doing freak offs, you stick by. I guess it's their dad. They can't abandon him, and then he's raised them. But he ain't killed no one. I said he ain't killed no one that we know of. But even then, I think they'll still stick by him. Like, you killed Biggie? Like, what? You killed Biggie? We stick by him. Yeah, we're sticking by him. No, I'm joking. He never killed Biggie. But, who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's see. The announcement came just days after a jury in Manhattan found Diddy guilty of transporting people to engage in prostitution by acquitting him on the most serious charges of sex trafficking. They done him a solid there, man. I mean, a lot of people wanted him to go down for like 30 years, but man, he's 55, man. It's like, man, he's gonna die in prison if he got that. He's dead in prison. He might as well not even exist. If you're gonna be 55, they give you 30 years. That's it, man. But yeah, conspiracy, trafficking and cocaine, blah blah blah. The fashion line, called 1221, was named after the sister's birthday, December 21, and was created with purpose. Built from who we are, not just what we wear, according to the description. Whatever. This line is more than just fashion. It's personal to us, Jesse N said to the video announcement. Everyone always asks if we really think alike. And the answer is definitely, Delilah added. That connection is in the heart of our brand, which speaks to love, connection and harmony, the essence of our twinhood. Boy, these two, it's just crazy. My mind is that during all this is what they do. I guess all the eyes are on them, but I guess for them, any attention is good attention. But for what I'm looking at is like, your dad's going through all this, and this is what you're doing behind the scenes. But I guess maybe they looking out for themselves, just in case they take all his money, or he has to pay out in lawyer fees. I mean, I don't think Diddy will ever be broke, but substantially, there's going to be a lot more lawsuits coming his way. So they're making sure that they're good. That's what I'm thinking. According to the Combs twins, the number 1 in the label symbolizes boldness, leadership, and the start of something, while the number 2 represents love, harmony, and connection together. Yeah, okay. This brand is for everyone, Delilah said. Everybody, peace to look good. Blah blah blah. I don't know. The sister's daughter of Harlem-born music mogul and model Kim Porter, who died of pneumonia in 2018 at the age of 47, graduated from high school in May amid Combs' bombshell federal trial. Combs is set to sentenced on October 3rd. Federal prosecutors have estimated that he should serve around between 51 and 63 months in prison, while attorneys have said he should be closer to 27 months. They ain't gonna give him too much time, man. They're gonna give him time served. That's all they're gonna do. The judge who oversaw the trial of Sean D. Combs had asked on both sides to make the case, provide him with sensitive information. Well, let's go into this. Here we go. We see them again. The problem is, I'm looking at fashion designer Imani Marshall has recently criticized the daughters of Sean Diddy Combs Delilah and Jesse. The criticism is associated with the launch of their duo's new fashion brand, 1221, which they confirmed through Instagram. Imani Marshall posted inside Diddy's daughters and on-site shared the clips through Instagram on July 2025. Imani claimed that Delilah and Jesse have allegedly copied her clothing brand, 1221 Appeal. Imani said that she received a video on the new brand announcement and compared the logos of both companies, notably the numbers 1221 appeared on the top of Delilah's and Jesse's fashion brand, and Imani was heard saying, "I'm not making this video because it's so frustrating when you put actual blood, sweat and tears into something you care so much about. I feel like this happens to a lot of small black owned business where celebrities or big corporates will steal their ideas, they will steal their names."
Diddy's daughters, the Combs twins, copied my clothing brand. January 1st, 2024, I dropped my clothing brand 1221 Apparel, which I have an LLC and an Instagram page for. And yesterday, all of my friends kept sending me this video. This is 1221.
So
As you
loud.
can see in both our profile pictures, this is my logo and this is theirs. Just a little bit of background on myself and my clothing brand. I first learned how to sew when I was 8 years old. My grandma initially taught me. Then fast forward to 2023, I'd already been contemplating starting my own clothing brand for a couple years now. At the same time, I was also one of the lowest points in my life. I was stuck in a toxic relationship. The relationships with who I was closest with and my family and friends were going downhill. I had gotten fired from my job. I had totaled 2 cars in a span of 2 months. And just overall, everything seemed like it was going downhill in my life. At the same time where all this is happening, I started seeing the number 1221 everywhere. I was in class, I would look at the clock, it would say 1221. I would randomly pick up my phone, it would say 1221. I would see it on license plates, signs, literally everywhere. Till one night, I couldn't sleep, and I remembered that I had been meaning to look up this number to see what it meant. I looked up the number 1221, and it basically had answered everything I was questioning in life at the time. In short, it told me to not let my fears get in the way of my dreams, trust your intuition, doors would be opening for me, I just have to walk through them and trust myself. It was at that exact moment that I knew what I was going to name my clothing brand when I finally dropped it. The slogan for my brand is Design Your Destiny, because when you put on my clothes, I want you to feel like your best version of yourself. The same feeling you get after you just got your hair done, or guys when you just get a fresh cut. My brand 1221 Apparel, I specialize in making custom one-of-one pieces, high-end streetwear fashion for men and women. Since I've dropped my brand, I've now been in the Los Angeles Fashion Show, and I've been able to get my clothes on celebrities and big influencers. Everything that I make that you can see on my Instagram page, I make by hand from scratch. I source all my materials, fabrics, zippers, buttons, all out of Los Angeles. I'm making this video because it's so frustrating when you put actual blood, sweat, and tears into something you care so much about. And I feel like this happens to a lot of small Black-owned businesses where celebrities or big corporations will steal their ideas or steal their names. I've put my absolute all into trying to grow this brand. I also have a short film on my Instagram page that tells you a little bit more about my story and my background. So I just really wanted to make this video to spread the word, and if you support me and if you want to support the real 1221 Apparel, please go follow the Instagram. All I can say is you can expect huge things from me going forward, and this is just the beginning.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad for them. So I just find it funny how some of these celebrities make these brands and they don't do any research of whether these names are out there already. It's like because they're a celebrity, they think to themselves like, oh, I'm a celebrity. Whatever I think of doesn't exist. You know how many millions of billions of people out there with ideas and they put it out there? Because they're not famous, they don't really think they matter. And this woman matters because she put her blood, sweat and tears into this clothing line, and they've gone and tried to steal it. Maybe they didn't know it existed. That could be the case. Or they knew it existed and they thought, we're bigger than her, we can outsell her and no one ever knows she existed. That's what I probably think. I've seen a lot of celebrities do this to other smaller creators where they see something and they think, oh, all I need to do is just slap my name on it and it will sell like hotcakes. And that's the case because they're celebrities. They've really got the following. Some of it's real, some of it's fake. You know how they do. They like to buy their followings. But and then it's bad. So I'm thinking that they need to like moonwalk back on this 1221 deal, man. This whole clothing line, moonwalk on it. Stop it. Cause it's looking. I remember Fabulous had something where he had like these hats called Nice, and he was like showing this like it was his hat. And then one girl said, "Yo, my dude was selling that hat years ago," and Fabulous just dropped it. He didn't really sell the hats anymore. Remember those hats? He had Nice written on it. He's a nice rapper, but I remember that. And then there was Kylie Jenner. Who remembers the lip kicks? Yeah, remember these? Back in the days, remember all this? But she completely ripped off this woman's ideas, man. And I'm gonna be honest, like the woman's version looks better. This is the lady's version. This is hers. Man, you can see how someone's been influenced. I mean, people these days. I mean, she's been accused of stealing other ideas as well. And as for her clothing and everything, that's gone downhill, man. I have nothing no beef with the Kardashians, but they aren't what they seem to be. A lot of the following and a lot of the orders, it was all overinflated. So when people claim that they're billionaires, it's overinflated valuation. And a lot of companies bought into that overinflated valuation and numbers. All they see is numbers and they think, oh, give them money. Oh, hundreds of thousands. They see numbers and numbers doesn't equate to sales. Like I could have like 1 million subscribers. If I upload a video, it don't mean 1 million people gonna watch it. That's the fact. But they see the follower count and they think, oh, we should get a percentage of that. Half of those people are either sleeping, dormant, or fake followers. That's the way it works. As for Diddy's kids, they are crazy. Doing this at this point in time is weird. Like after what their dad's been going through, what's going on with the whole family, they sit down there and think, oh, best thing to do is launch a clothing line during all this. Well, as I said before, I don't blame them. Maybe they're looking in the future and thinking like, oh, we need to look after ourselves. But not even that is working because they're going to get a lot of backlash from this clothing line saying that they're stealing it from this pure girl. And that they need to just change the name or do something different with it. Because it's almost exactly identical. Yeah, and also I think they're trying to like disassociate themselves with Diddy. Because everything tied to Diddy seems like it's going to be cursed. But they can't really because they are the Combs twins, right? So you can't be disassociating yourself with your dad in any way because you still got his names, right? It's really weird. I mean, they're trying their best to make a name for themselves outside of Diddy, but it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough because his name's Dirt. And I want to see if, I mean, here's the joke, or his name's Dirt. People don't like him, and I want to see if anyone buys his clothing line. But then again, what's even worse now is that the fact that they are almost stealing the clothing line name from someone else. So that makes it doubly worse. Anyway, I'm out. Like, subscribe. I like to babble on about things. I kind of chat a little rubbish here and there, but I found it funny that all of these big celebrities like to steal from smaller creators and then pretend these ideas are theirs. Oh, it's so sickening that people try this these days. I'm gone.